I attended the Circleville, Ohio show with the Cornette Experience. I got a chance to ask the man himself a question about the Nature Boy Ric Flair and what was his favorite story. Since kids were in attendance, the Prince of Polyester didn't want to go into detail, but this podcast is the perfect spot.
Well, he asked what was my favorite Ric Flair story, not like Ric Flair match or opponent or whatever. He's wanting me to tell it. And on the spur of the moment, I couldn't really think of anything except, stuff that involved Rick being naked or his dick being out. And the hilarity that ensues and et cetera, or, enticing fucking flight attendants come back to the room, or walking naked with his robe and his belt, along with a young lady that was naked and had no belt, up the hill in the snow in Washington, D.C. one night, just to go knock on all the boys' doors, things like that. It was hard for me. And also the PA system was not of optimum quality. And that was the bizarre thing about being in Circleville, because we had some folks that members of Cult of Cornette that listened to the Experience and the drive through, and we had members of the Legion of Last that listened to the 605 and the Idol show, and Yomamba, the Jungle Savage, was there, at least his T-shirt.
Well, yeah, I was about to say, this is news now.
No. And so you've got those folks on one side of the ring asking me questions, while I swear to God, 3 generations of Ohio farm people are literally on the adjoining front row. This grandmother and her son and his wife, who looks like she's dug many a tater in her day. And the kids are playing on the floor, and they've just come to see wrestling because they heard that, there's going to be some wrestling. And so I don't know whether, and then they only had one microphone because Bobby couldn't find his other microphone. So when the person asked me the question from the floor, I had to repeat it over the microphone, which then reverberated against the metal roof of the Fairgrounds Coliseum and created quite an echo. And we're trying to talk smart wrestling over here in this corner, while these people that I mentioned, they just wanted to see some wrestling. And they got there because that's when the doors opened. And I'm up in the ring. They didn't know that I'd done anything since I last hit somebody overhead with a racket in fucking Columbus in '87. So it was 2 different audiences. I couldn't really tell a story about the pussy fart contest that Flair judged one time between these 2 flight attendants. And, well, nevertheless.
You can't end a sentence like that.
Well, I don't know if I would be getting him in trouble now.
I mean, pussy fart. You mean queefing?
Well, yes, pussy farts.
All right. I mean, that's a very undignified way of saying, okay, we're going to have a queefing contest versus,
wait a minute.
I want to see you girls pussy fart.
You think the word queef is somehow dignified? What the fuck is the matter with you?
Compared to pussy fart? Yeah, absolutely.
Well, it was the goddamn girl's idea anyway. She said, I can pussy fart louder than you can.
Oh, okay. That changes everything. I thought you were saying Flair recommended the pussy fart contest.
Well, no, he was the judge of it.
Did he wear the robe or was he naked?
He actually, a little bit of both. I mean, me and Kevin Sullivan were in the corner trying to write the Saturday night TBS show format. And so we weren't paying a lot of attention because it was distracting.
Boy, that sounds like the greatest booking meetings that a booking committee ever had. I don't think it was like that with Eddie Gilbert and Sullivan and Jim Ross and Jim Hurd. That sounds like
I know. I guarantee with Hurd in the room. No, if they weren't drinking double bourbons, they probably weren't having any fun.
No wonder the TVs were so good.